Hello, everyone. Welcome to That Local Life podcast. I'm your host, Sydney. This is Tyler.
Ayo. That's my classic intro right there. Ayo.
Yeah, I feel like we need to switch it up.
I know. This is episode 8 now, I believe. We have a very special guest on today, a local farmer, longtime native to this area, Randy Bowns. Randy, how are you, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for being on the podcast today.
Yeah, no problem.
You nervous?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, a little bit. Yeah.
I don't like talking on cameras.
That's okay. Well, the
I
camera's not
told
there,
you
man.
it's not there. Yeah.
This is not. This
Keep
is
my
not,
blinders
no
up.
camera.
You're
Just
doing
the
better
mic.
than I was the first time. It was really bad.
Oh,
So
man.
funny. Randy,
Yes,
you've been here pretty much your whole life, right?
my whole life. Yep.
Yeah, born and raised. Were you born in Ontario?
Actually, in Caldwell.
Okay. Were you born in
Yep.
St. Luke's?
I don't know.
Okay.
I should ask my mom, I guess. But, yeah.
I was born in St. Luke's in Caldwell also.
Probably.
So, and Carly, we just had Carly Cleaver on the last episode.
okay.
And she was born in St. Luke's in
Oh,
Caldwell.
nice, yeah.
So, I was
Nice.
I'm trying to trade a train
Yeah, he
here.
wanted you to
Yeah.
add like
Yeah.
the little circle.
A lot
Little
of us.
family tree out here. That's funny. That's awesome. Okay.
Tell
How
us
long-
about yourself.
Yeah, like how long did you always want to be a farmer, or is it just like a trick of trade that you're like, I guess I'll do it?
When I was a little kid, always my dad farmed, so I always went outside and went with my dad, and we farmed, as a little kid, and
Yeah.
did all that stuff. So, but no, I didn't always want to be a farmer. Like, I think as a little kid I did,
Yeah.
and then got older, got into high school, was like,
I'm going to do something different.
I'd do something else,
Yeah.
Went to college, thought, maybe I'll do something, construction
Yeah.
side,
Sure.
and then just found out that college was not for me. Thought I could do better, do something different,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
came back to farming, and
Sucked
You
you
really
right
wanted
back
that
in. Huh?
tractor
Suck-
slouch.
yeah, get that
Your dad
tractor
had it,
slouch.
and you're
Yeah,
like,
my dad, yeah.
I want to be that.
Yep.
We're gonna call it a tractor slouch.
Yep.
I love
I
that.
can't sit up straight. That's why I have to, hands on the armrest.
Really
all the
slouching.
time. Yep.
That's so
So
funny.
yeah, I just as I got older, I said,
Yeah.
man, I love farming. I like waking up every day and
Yeah.
looking out at the butte, and just it's
Like
beautiful to look at.
yeah,
and
because
just-
you live right there, right?
oh yeah, right on the butte right there.
That's
so it's nice
awesome.
to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
What
nice
were you
sunrise in
going
the
to
morning.
college for?
I was gonna do
Oh,
like
okay.
construction management,
Management,
and
yeah.
yeah.
You're like,
That
no.
did not last very long. That did not last very long at all. I figured it out really quick that I like farming. I
Yeah.
didn't like school. I like
Yeah.
farming. Yep.
I mean, you kind of get to do your own thing on your farm, right? I mean, you're
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
out there, you're in your tractor for hours on end.
Oh yeah, hours on end.
Like, what do you do when you're in your tractor for that many hours?
A lot of thinking,
Yeah?
which is
Too
not
much thinking
good. Yes.
sometimes?
Yeah, a lot of thinking about just what's going on in the day, what you got to do, what's coming up tomorrow. Kind of pre-planning.
Sure.
But it can be bad.
I would
right?
probably talk to myself a
I do.
lot.
I do all the time.
People would be
Yeah.
like, what's
Yeah.
going on? I'm like, just talking to me.
People drive by, I'm just sitting there just singing so hard in there, and it's like, oh,
You're like, hello.
yeah. And we have like in our tractors, we have farm radios.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the whole thing. Like, be sitting there dazing off, just doing the job, and I'm like, man, how many songs I've sung? Like every song came out. I'm like, is my mic on? Is the radio mic on? That's my biggest fear. Like the radio mic would be on, so I'm blaring it to
And you're
everybody
just
else on the farm.
blasting.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so awesome.
But I would hope.
Have you
that
not
if-
been caught yet?
Yeah, I would hope if I did, somebody would call me on the phone and be like, dude, shut your mic
Shut
off.
up.
Yeah, like
You suck.
everybody
Shut
can
it
hear
off.
you.
Yeah. You're really bad at it, so you need to shut that
You
thing
should
off.
probably not do
Should
that.
probably not do that. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
So yeah, a lot of snacking, going on all the time. I mean, that's why we come down here 4 or 5
Yeah.
times a day.
Dude,
'cause
I love it.
You
I love
got to
it.
get
Got
a
to
snack.
replenish.
Yeah, you got to stay awake. So you
Yeah.
either talk to yourself, think about what you got to do, or sing songs.
Probably breaks up the day to like disappear from the tractor for a minute to come down to the store.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice to
little refresher.
get your butt out for like 5 minutes, walk around, get your legs stretched out.
Talk
and
to
then-
somebody other than yourself.
Other than
Yeah.
yes,
A
Yep.
human.
Yeah. I do a lot of Alexa with
Okay.
my wife and
Oh,
kids,
yeah, yeah.
and then be like, "What's everybody doing today?"
Yeah.
Same thing you were doing 25 minutes ago, Dad. Oh, okay. Well, I just thought, I thought I'd check in.
I was just saying hello.
Yeah.
God,
I think
miss-
they
I
probably
miss
get tired of me calling because it's like every hour. What are you guys doing now? Same thing.
Dad,
You're like,
we're
tell me a story.
Yes.
Anything to pass
still
the time,
playing
please.
video games, Dad.
Yes.
Like we're still on the couch where
Pretty
you
much.
left us. a
Please
while
stop
ago.
calling.
Pretty much.
That is funny. So, part of WBH Farms, which is what Randy works and does, part of the family. What do you guys plant? What is your main crop?
Oh, so I I wouldn't say main. I mean, we kind of all the crops are
Sure.
the main crop,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But our crops include onions,
Okay.
potatoes, sugar beets, wheat, and corn, and like very little bit of hay.
Okay.
The hay is there just because the field would blow away if not, you know. And it's like, we don't really want to plant anything else there, so we just put hay there.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
easy for us. Yep.
All right. And that's so like how much acreage do you guys actually farm? Like what's your range?
So we farm from Adrian, and then we have some stuff in Ontario. So from Adrian to Ontario, basically.
Okay.
Acreage wise, we're like 4,500 somewhere in there.
Okay.
Give or take a little bit.
Sure.
Um,
so that's a lot for around here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. It's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of, but there's a lot of us, right? There's
Yeah,
a lot
I was
of
gonna
bodies
say,
to, like-
yeah, there's a lot
like
of you.
Millions of you guys, it seems to me.
There's a
I like to
bunch
play
of
the
us.
guessing game in the morning when I work, like WBH. They're like, no. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
It's either us, it's Hartley's or
Peterson's.
Peterson's.
Yeah,
you know, so
I
it's
know.
like, oh, okay, yeah. So if you put it on their account, it's like, well, you'll probably put it on ours next time. So
That's
it
what I do
evens
because
out.
you guys are the ones I see the most. So I'm like WBH, and they're like, no, and they'll tell me the other one. They're like, you can put it on WBH.
Yeah, you can put it on
though
theirs.
I'm
They
like,
won't- they
okay.
won't know.
They won't notice. And then you put it on Peterson's, they're not going to notice.
Yeah. Now Troy will know. He'll look at that receipt and go, that's
That was not
ours.
mine.
That's not
See
ours.
that. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
funny.
Okay, so like a pretty big area then. Are you guys one of the bigger farmers in the area? Or are you guys pretty comparable with Hartley's and Peterson's and
You know,
I don't know any of the other big outfits.
I mean, I would say, we're pretty comparable to everybody else. I'm sure there's other, guys in the area that have
Yeah.
more and other guys that have less, but I
Yeah.
would say we're pretty comparable to everybody else, for the most part,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Definitely.
we may grow a few more onions than some of the other guys, but they may
Yeah.
do, more of wheat or
Okay.
more
Yeah.
corn or something
Gotcha.
like that, but everybody kind of has their own little,
Little niche, if
yeah.
you will.
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously we're in an onion growing area.
Yeah.
Right.
So everybody's going to
Everybody
grow onions.
Grows onions.
But we grow potatoes. Like Hartley's, they don't grow any potatoes. They don't do sugar
Gotcha.
beets, but we do.
Yeah.
But just everybody kind of has their own little thing.
Peterson's do mint and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they do
and
mint. Which is it's nice to drive by because it smells good.
Yeah, it
So
does
does
smell
smell
That's
good.
really
nice.
cool.
Does
yeah.
smell nice.
And like Frores, Frores are up
Yeah.
Waihe Avenue here. They grow some mint, and that's really nice because I go up a Waihe Avenue to go home, and it's like, man,
You're
at
like,
the end of
this
the
is
day, you're like, yeah, this
great.
is nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice drive. Yeah.
Refreshing. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay. All right. Do you guys do does it vary year to year what you guys plant and how much you plant? Like, how do you guys read what you do? And how do you guys sit down and be like, okay, this is what we're going to plant this year?
Yeah, for the most part, we kind of have a set amount of acres that we do per crop.
Okay.
It can change like with wheat one year. One year we might have 1,500 acres of wheat, but the next year we might have 1,700 or 1,800, just the way the rotation works out.
Okay.
So we sit down every December. Well, it's actually before that. It's in October, and even in September, we're planning what our acres are going to be for the next year. So that way we
Gotcha.
can prepare the fields as we go into the winter.
Yeah.
So they'll be ready to go in the spring.
Okay.
So we have a crop plan that we go over, and that we try to figure out what we want to
Yeah.
put where.
Sure.
And that way we know which fertilizers go where. And then everybody kind of has an idea of what we're doing in the fall to get everything ready. And then come spring, I mean, we talk about it a million times
Yeah.
over
Right.
before that happens. And that way, we can make changes and stuff.
Sure. So how do you guys read so what happens right now we're don't have as much water as we'd probably
Sure.
like. How do you guys read that versus what you plant?
So for us, we just kind of go about it as business as usual. We plan ahead saying, okay, we know we're pretty low on water. So maybe let's do a little more wheat.
Okay.
Because wheat doesn't take as much water. So maybe let's cut back on some onions, maybe cut back on some sugar beets, that kind of thing, or back on some potatoes. But for the most part, we'll plan.
You'll just this year's the same as always.
Yeah,
We're gonna do.
we'll
as
plan.
that.
But as spring comes around and we see that the reservoir's not filling up, and we get into that time where we have to plant it between these dates.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, you got to make a decision.
Get
Yeah.
We're either
do this.
gonna do it,
Yeah.
or
And
we're not
hope for
gonna
the
do it.
best.
Yep,
Yeah.
and hope
Or
for the
it's
best.
just
Yeah,
it's what it is.
That's kind of rough probably with farming. I mean,
it's
you're kind of
crazy.
Especially not
huge-
knowing what it's
huge
the
guessing
future
game.
holds.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's really crazy because you take all the time in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really work your butt off to get things ready. then you're going, man, are we even gonna have it?
Yeah.
You know,
Are we gonna have a job next year?
Yeah, I might be working for you, dude. I might be out here sweeping the new concrete,
Cleaning the bathrooms, sleeping the floors.
Yeah.
That's rough. Yeah.
So like a couple years ago, before Snowmageddon, there was some pretty decent droughts
Sure.
there, and some of those years, we didn't farm half the acres. You know, we had a
Dang.
few acres of onions, few acres of sugar beets, because that's just all that the water had. You know, so those years, man, we got pretty good at golf. We got pretty good.
You're
We won a
like, I don't
lot.
have to talk to myself
Yeah.
anymore.
That's funny.
It was weird because normally, like, you know, you work all day, and
Yeah.
whatever. But we were getting done by 5:36 at night. We're
Which
like,
is rare.
what are we doing? Oh, we should
You're
go
like,
play
I am
18.
done
Let's
so
go. Let's
early.
go.
We got
Let's
a
go
tea
play
time
golf.
to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go. You know, or we can go play golf at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And we'll just come back, do a little bit. We'll still be home by 8 o'clock. Like, shoot, that's good enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Goodness, that's crazy.
And like our wives are like, so we going to town? It's like, no, we're going to play golf.
Yeah, we're gonna go play golf.
we don't have money to go to town.
We have money for golf. We
Yeah.
just don't have money to go to town. Yeah.
We need to budget here, honey.
Yeah. The important thing.
Priorities.
Yeah, we got to go razor riding. We got to play some golf, and maybe we can go to the lake once in a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
and and then maybe town after that.
That's funny. That's cool. I mean, you guys work a shitload of hours, if you will. Like,
yeah.
like what's the typical day look like during busy
On a
season?
good,
like busy season
Oh,
day.
so harvest time, it can be a lot. So we we do our potatoes, our Simplot potatoes. So we have
Okay.
a crew that basically works through the night. Well, it's night dig. We'll start at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and then
Okay.
we're not usually done till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
So it's tough. Like there's days that you can work 16, 18 hours. Yeah,
Gross.
it can be.
I'd
It can
literally
be.
be sleeping like driving.
Oh,
a
you
tractor.
can. You can. Yeah, I mean, you know, and the tractors now are automated. You know,
I was
with-
gonna say, do they have like a self-drive or
Oh yeah,
something?
you have
GPS track,
Green
yeah.
Star GPS, so you click in your line and
What?
you just let go, and so
I
it can
didn't
get
know that. You just
tired,
have
yeah.
to be there in case
Yeah.
you like
Yeah.
something goes wrong.
Oh, they even have a program that'll turn it for you and set it back in the row. We don't have that program. That's a little more money, but
Sure.
the stuff we got, you pull in
That's
the row and
crazy.
you click your button and it'll drive you straight. And you
So
get to
you
the end
really
zone.
just
Oh, literally,
chill.
yeah. That's why I get
That's why
I
he
get the
gets
tractor
the
slouch.
raise.
You know,
You're like,
he's
I
not
don't
the
even have to
steering wheel,
drive.
it's
I don't even have to
It's
drive.
just,
Just pull in and get the slouch going.
Oh man.
Tesla for tractors out
Yeah,
there.
literally.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But no, that's good. The good
Yeah.
thing about that it can make us more efficient, right? Because
Yeah.
if you're going up and down the field with a 30-foot wide piece of equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and without GPS, you turn back on yourself and you overlap 5 or 6 feet,
Yeah.
and then you're back out 3 or 4 feet, and you just kind of
Repeating
weave,
things,
right?
yeah.
So you're just redoing the same thing you were doing.
Yeah.
Well, now you're right on. I mean, you're
Right,
30
every
feet
time.
wide. You turn around, you're 30 feet wide going.
That's
back in.
crazy.
So
I did
save
not know
fuel,
those
time,
things did
those
that.
kind of things.
I thought you guys were just really good at your job.
Well,
I was like, you
sure.
must be really good
Oh, yeah.
drivers.
Oh, we're the
You have
best.
to be.
We're the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
when,
Anything over 10 miles per hour though gets kind of sketchy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
when did you guys start adopting like technology into the farm?
Oh, you know, I think as farmers in general, I think we try to do that every day, right?
Sure.
Like every time something new comes out, if you can afford it, if it's something that will work for your farm, I think everybody adopts
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But for us, it was back, 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm starting.
Okay.
You started seeing more of the GPSs more
Wow,
mainstream.
I didn't know it went back that far.
Yeah, and then people just started adopting them that way, and for the most part, most of our tractors. All the tractors nowadays are all set up with it. You know,
Just
you
gotta
pay
a
for a
subscription
service,
or
yeah.
whatever it is.
But for the most part, any job we do, we kind of used to joke back in the day was like, I don't. What do I need the Green Star to load
Yeah.
onions, or what do I need that to corrugate wheat, or whatever?
Yeah.
I can. But it really does. It really makes you a lot more efficient, and
Yeah.
and you get more done. You're a lot more productive.
It's a better
and-
use of your time, it sounds like. Yeah.
And plus, then once you drive down the road and you see the fields that are on GPS and they're not, I mean, they're really pretty
It's
looking.
like this and
Yeah.
versus a full straight
versus straight line.
Yeah.
You're like, man, that is pretty looking, and curb appeal, right?
Yeah.
Like,
curb appeal.
yeah.
people
Yeah.
drive by, they want your farm looking
It's
good.
that advertising.
Yeah, they don't want it
Yeah.
looking weedy. They don't want to look all crookedy out there.
I mean, you're not
Sure.
wrong.
Yeah, that is definitely one way to think about it. 'Cause I mean, like for me, I won't drive by a field and be like, "Oh, the field's crooked." But
Yeah.
like to other people, like your buyers and stuff like that, I'll
Yeah.
drive by and be like, "That's a nice looking field."
Which,
But, like,
which, don't get me wrong. If you have a crooked field, you still have good crops. Like that's not,
a straight line doesn't
Straight
straight
line
line
determine.
does not make
Okay,
it right.
all right.
But no,
That's fair.
it's nice. You look.
Well,
by
like
and see
you
it.
drive by a house with straight lines on the yard, or
In the
some people
grass.
do like cool
Yeah.
things.
That's
I'm
fair.
like,
it sticks out.
they're
Yeah.
good at mowing their lawn versus somebody who has long pieces. I'm like, they're
That's
not.
fair. Okay, that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's just what I think of.
So, when does your guys' season start? When does it end? I mean, it kind of sounds like you guys go year round, but it seems like you guys have a few months of where you're just like chilling.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think nowadays the size of our farm, just what the economy has done,
Sure.
what everything costs. I mean, for the most part, you're all the time.
Yeah.
Year round.
So like we're finishing up some groundwork.
Okay.
It's what the 10th of November, 9th of November, something
Somewhere
like
in
that.
there.
Yeah.
And we're finishing up some groundwork. So we'll get all that stuff done. We got guys washing equipment, trucks,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Bring the tractors in before Christmas time, get them all polished up
Yeah.
and cleaned up. Just because that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
you polish up an old tractor, it's still old, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
Polished turd
and-
looks the best.
Yeah, it's kind of that old like if you look good, you feel good,
Yeah.
feel good, do good type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, so little money having to paint your tractor up, make it look nice. It's just you're taking care of your stuff.
Sure.
and
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
really good.
Sure.
Makes you
So,
feel better doing the
It
job.
does.
Yeah.
It really does, and it makes us feel better, right?
Yeah.
They go out the door. It's like, okay, the oil's been changed. It's been vacuumed out. It's been armor rolled.
All your
You're like,
trucks are
this
one
thing
color.
looks nice.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's put it away. We don't have to worry about that till the spring.
Yeah.
Make sure the battery,
Yeah.
be charged in the
Yeah.
spring, right? That's the only thing you got to worry about is if the tires have air in it, if it's got a good battery
Okay.
in it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that into December.
Yeah.
We'll take a couple weeks off around Christmas, and
Okay.
then come January, it's
Back to it.
Back to
back
business.
to it, back in the shop and working,
Okay.
and
And you guys
yeah.
are just like fixing up like little projects here and there.
fixing up all the equipment we tore up all year. Yep. So
Fair enough.
there's a lot of pieces
Getting
of
ready
equipment to go through.
for springtime.
This is probably a
Yep.
really dumb question, but the tractors have heaters, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Heaters, air conditioning.
I was like
Radios,
thinking, and I'm
yeah.
like, you never see you
Radio.
guys like all bundled up.
Yeah, I mean when they go down, right? Rich people
Always.
problems, whatever.
Yeah.
Third,
Yeah.
like
first
like-
world country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first world
Yeah.
country problems. Like, oh
Yeah.
man, your heater goes bad. Oh, poor you. Like, but
It's gotta get cold though, because you're
It's
not
rough.
moving.
It's
it
rough,
does.
guys.
Yeah,
I promise.
it's rough,
Okay.
yeah. But like in the summertime when your air conditioner doesn't work,
Sure.
and you have all that glass around you, that people don't realize. Like,
That's a
I would
box.
much rather, honestly, I would much rather drive an open cab tractor in the summertime.
Yeah.
Versus having one that was fully cabbed without AC.
Yeah.
Because there's no air coming
You're
in
just
there.
in a magnifying
Oh,
glass.
and you're just burning up.
Yeah.
And tractors are too expensive nowadays to open the window
Yeah.
and open the door
Sure.
and just let
Yeah.
You can't do that. I mean that's
That would.
yeah.
That'd be
So we had
really
a
rough.
couple go down
Interesting.
this summer and you get in for like 25 minutes and you're just disking like crazy. You're like, nope, I'm done. I'm gonna have heat
I
stroke in
can't.
there. You
I
park
just
it and
can't.
call John Deere, say, hey, something's wrong. We got we got.
You're
need
like,
you to
I
fix
can't
this.
work. I need you to fix
You
this.
really can't.
AC.
It's crazy too, because when one piece of equipment goes down, you're
Yeah.
holding up the job of 3 other
Yeah.
pieces of equipment. So it's true. Like,
Gotcha.
it costs a lot to keep that stuff going
Yeah.
and stuff, but if you don't have,
Yeah. Oh, right. 100%.
Yeah.
So, do you like when it comes to the land and stuff? Do you have much to do with what you guys look at buying in the future? Like, do you guys look at expanding your farm? Do you guys look at buying more acreage to plant more, or do you guys look at trying to utilize the most out of what you have?
So I guess as a farm as a whole, yeah, I think we go through those scenarios, all the time. Like,
Sure.
What would be more beneficial for us? Having more ground, more equipment. So really, it's our whole farm as a team.
Yeah.
We come together and we talk about it and we say, yeah, I think it'd profit us to, buy this piece of equipment.
Put another 100 acres in.
Or
buy
yeah,
this
let's
piece of
let's buy
equipment.
let's buy another 100 acres and we'll
Okay.
do something with that. So it's just like anything else, right? It's like for you guys, like,
Yeah. Oh,
do I buy the store?
Sure.
Do I just keep working for dad? What
Yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah.
What's going to be more beneficial
Yeah.
for me or for my future?
Sure.
And so
Right.
you just
Fair
you weigh
enough.
those decisions.
yeah. Fair enough. I mean, that makes sense because how much have you guys grown in the last few years? Like since 2010, have you guys bought more land since then, or like have you guys just pretty much maintained for a while?
We've grown in acres. Yes, we've grown in family sizes, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So for us, like me and my cousins, we all came back like 2008. I think officially 2008, 2009, something like
Okay.
that. And since then, yeah, the farm has kind of gotten a little bigger.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kind of grown. We've definitely gone the ups and downs of just the way everything
Yeah.
is,
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, we've gotten bigger. We've all gotten, wives and kids, and
Yeah.
so we got to
Gotta
work
support
to
the family.
support,
Yeah.
support the
Okay.
family, and we all like doing it. So it's like,
Why not, right?
why not? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's something that lasts for generations, right?
Sure,
I mean,
I'm hoping we're building this up so my kids can do it.
Yeah.
Do your
and
kids have
enjoy it.
interest in doing it?
So my oldest,
You have 3 of them,
I have
right?
4.
4 of
I have
them,
4
okay.
kids, yeah. My oldest son, I don't know. He's a 6th grader right now. We'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
I can say, hey, you want to go right on the train? Yeah, sure, I'll go with you.
So do they
Come on,
sometimes
do
go with
water.
you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like my littlest girl, she'll take bumpy naps. So we bring the bean bag, put it on the floor of the tractor, and then she just falls asleep. in
That's
5 minutes,
awesome, yeah.
That's
So she
cool.
loves taking bumpy naps.
bumpy
Bumpy
naps.
naps.
Yep, bumpy naps.
I
Those
need-
are the best.
I could do
That's
some bumpy
great.
naps.
Which is true. Those tractors sometimes you get rocking just right.
They just kind of soothe you to
Oh,
sleep.
man,
Yeah.
you put you, and since it's self-driving,
I
right,
was going
you're
to
just
say
like,
that's a good thing where autopilot
Beep.
comes
yeah,
in.
Time to turn around.
till you hit
Yeah.
the end of the ditch or you
Yeah.
go over the ditch.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
well, that's gonna cost us.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, how does, I don't really know how it works, but like, how does the government kind of play a role in what you guys do with your farm? Do you guys like subsidized by the government? Do you guys go through like certain buyer programs? Like, who sets the prices of what you buy, sell, basically?
Sure. I mean that we can get help from the government, right,
Yeah.
on different things
Yeah.
and grants and that kind of stuff. So like doing irrigation projects, we can apply for a grant and
Okay.
help us. So
Gotcha.
so if say we need to pipe, I don't know, we need to pipe 2,000 feet, right? We can
Sure.
apply for a grant, and instead of that pipe costing X amount, it's a little cheaper.
lot
That's
cheaper.
cool.
They can help us
Yeah.
out. Yep.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. So like there's different programs
Yeah.
like I don't know if your dad did or you guys like the PPE, like
payroll protection
yeah,
program.
and all that,
or
so
whatever,
so you apply for those
Yeah.
because anybody in their business, right? They're gonna
Should.
find a way to do it cheaper
Yeah.
and make more money, right? And just help you out. Like
Okay.
why pay for those things when there's
Yeah.
help out there?
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
100%. I love that mentality.
So we try. I mean, we try to keep up to
Yeah.
date on that kind of stuff. There's a lot of.
Sure.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we miss out on.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean, when
that's
you work
just-
so much, I mean, it's,
Right.
you just kind of falls through the cracks sometimes. But,
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are pretty much mostly like self-funded then off the farm for the most part.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Kinda.
You gotta go get a bank loan. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta have help. You know, but
fair enough. Okay.
yeah, no, yeah. You definitely price
I
of
know-
fertilizer,
I know-
price of fuel.
yeah,
you
I-
definitely got to get a loan for
I,
that.
Yeah.
that's what
There's
like,
none of
trying
that
to
old
understand a
school,
little
like,
bit, yeah.
Grandpa didn't have, loads and loads and loads of money.
Yeah.
He just gave it to us. Like, here, go farm. It's like, no.
yeah,
we-
like you're
Hey,
you're making
hey,
you're doing it. Yeah.
Farm Bureau, can I have $1 million, please? Yeah.
yeah, farm credit. It's like,
Yeah.
farm credit, can we buy grade 8 bolts? And they're like, no, grade 5 because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You get the bottom of
okay,
the barrel
yeah,
here.
Yeah. used nuts and,
Yeah,
and washers
yeah,
too,
yeah,
not
yeah.
new ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whatever works, I
That's
guess.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay, like so when you guys go to market, like how does that work? Like when you guys take in barrels of onions, where do you take them? How do you get processed? Like how do you guys as a farm actually make money?
Okay, so we as a farm, WBH Farms, we own half of Central Produce in Payette.
Okay.
Okay.
And the other owner is Jordan Star.
Yeah.
So we own that. We take our onions there. We market them there, sell them.
Sure.
They go out. They can
Yeah.
potentially come to you. You can go to Albertsons and buy them, or wherever
Okay.
they go.
Gotcha.
So you can buy them that way. Like our potatoes, we do with Simplot. So like your French fries and stuff you guys sell
Yeah.
right here, that's
Yeah.
probably some of our Shepity potatoes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Corn, Jake Spillman buys
Yeah.
the corn and the
Yeah, yeah,
wheat,
yeah.
use that for feed. That
Yeah.
beef goes to Country Natural Beef, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
Gotcha.
it's just you try to right. We try to make it local,
Yeah.
right? Like so, with Jake Spillman, that's great. It's
Yeah.
it's right there by
Next
our
door.
shop.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy for us to take corn and wheat right down the road. He's
easy.
really easy to work with,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Can't
why
get
wouldn't
any
we?
easier
You know,
than that.
you get a good price, and
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
right there.
That makes
Uh,
sense.
Yeah.
So,
So I
Okay.
mean, it's just you just
gotcha. So I mean, you guys are pretty much almost direct to consumer in a way for the most part. Like you
Sure.
go through Central Produce and then they market to Albertsons or to Ridley's
Yeah.
or to whoever around
yeah.
here that
So
buys them.
yeah, so with Central Produce, Eagle Eye Produce, they're the ones that
Yeah.
sell our onions.
Okay.
So they, my cousin Austin works for Eagle
Yeah,
Eye,
yeah.
so he can be calling up some guy in, Ohio and being
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys need some onions, blah blah blah, and he'll sell them and
That's
I
ship
got a
them out.
shitload of onions.
Yeah.
Please buy them all.
Yep. So then,
Yeah.
Central will say, Austin will tell Central, hey, we need,
Yeah.
X amount of bags.
Okay.
Get this load ready.
Yeah.
And they get them and send them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's
And,
kinda
yeah,
cool.
in a easy
In
way.
an
Yeah,
easy
yeah.
way of like
Yeah,
explaining it,
yeah.
like yeah.
So
Obviously,
all your
it's a lot
onion
more
trucks go to
complicated than that.
Payette, you said?
No, so we have onion sheds right here below our shop.
okay,
that
okay.
we'll take them there. But yeah, we do
Well,
truck them
because
over to Payette too.
every time I drive there around that time, I like follow a bunch of onion trucks and they all turn in the same place.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there's
Yeah.
onions.
Shops down
Yeah, so we do
Yeah.
send some over there and stuff. So
Okay.
it just depends, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if Central says, hey, we need onions over here today, or we
Yeah.
just need you to bring a few loads, right? So yeah, that's what we'll take them.
Okay.
Okay.
So it makes it
Gotcha.
easy.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, that's a pretty easy way of like describing that to somebody who has zero clue about.
Sure.
How a
Sure.
farm
There's
works.
there's a lot more logistics, but it's like, yeah, that's not important.
You don't need to know all the stuff and things, but
Yeah.
Well, I'm just blown away that the tractors drive themselves. I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
okay. Well, let's step away from farming a little bit. What do you do for fun when you don't farm?
Oh man. So used to play a lot of golf, right?
Okay.
Haven't really done that. Been pretty
Haven't.
lazy about that kind of stuff lately. But just stuff with the family.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
go out on razor rides, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Just I don't know,
Okay.
just be outside.
Were you
Yeah.
pretty good at golf, or did you just go to like drink the beer?
No, I was not good at golf.
Okay, so it's
I
a
just
a
social
thought-
activity.
I just thought like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a lefty when it comes to
Yeah.
golf. I'm left-handed, so
Ah.
me and my cousin Corey are both left-handed. So we're always like competing a little bit
Sure.
there, but. No, I don't think I was ever good. It was just
funny.
fun, right?
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah,
fun to
golf
go.
is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just fun to
Like-
dink around,
yeah.
Go spin
Everybody
the
who asks
carts.
that question, nobody's like good at golf. They
No,
just go
no.
for the
A
social
lot of
aspect
people
and to
go
drink the beer.
A lot of people drink beer
Yeah.
when they golf, which is
Yeah.
which
Drink
is
beer
funny
and
thing to
drive
me.
the
I
golf
did not
carts.
like peg golf for like being like a heavy alcoholic sport.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's fun.
Yeah, we just like to drift the golf carts.
Yeah.
That's the best part is driving the golf carts.
But
I
yeah,
reckon.
just we like being outside,
Yeah.
and just doing
Okay.
stuff as family, and
Yeah.
just like say it. I live right on the butte, so
Yeah.
super easy for us to jump on the side by side,
I
go
love
out there,
Yeah,
just
that's
dink
awesome.
around, go light a fire, go do whatever.
I love where we live just for that.
Oh, I know,
there.
right?
Yeah.
And I love that we're here because like I can tell my kids, hey, go out and ride your motorcycle, like
Yeah.
get out of the
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
right?
don't have to worry about
And they
it.
have somewhere to go.
They have somewhere to go. They can ride all
Mm-hmm.
the canal banks, ditch banks, do whatever.
Yeah.
Not only that, like in the morning, they wake up. It's like go outside, take a whiz out in the grass.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nobody cares,
Yeah.
right?
I love that.
Like it's our own little
Yeah.
our own little piece,
Yeah.
paradise
Okay.
here. And
Yeah.
you want to tell people about it, but at the same time, you're like, no way, man. We don't
Yeah.
want anybody.
Yeah.
moving
I
in
want
here.
people to come here and spend their money and then go
Sure,
back home.
sure, yeah.
And then go home.
To enjoy it for like a short weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
And
then go back home.
and I'm fine with people coming to the store and spending their money here,
Yeah.
right? Like, I
'Cause
don't
then it
care,
goes-
But then get out.
Yeah, go
get
back
out. Yeah.
home.
Get out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We want the circle of life. We want you to bring your money so we
Yeah.
can use it on our local stuff, but then you guys need to go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
Take notes, folks.
I would say for me, anything outdoors, that kind of stuff. Just, I mean, yeah, just doing fun stuff.
Do you guys camp quite a bit?
We don't.
Okay.
Which my kids are. So I have a 6th grader, 3rd grader, 1st grader, and then my littlest.
They're
is
pretty
3.
young.
They're
Yeah.
young, which we still should be doing that. I mean, we have a farm. We have a farm down here on the river that we made our own little campground and stuff. And
Okay.
like, we
Yeah.
try to fix up, keep clean, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Every once in a while, we'll sneak over there.
Yeah,
Go
you know,
back.
Is that where we've gone?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So so we're like, we need to do that more, and,
Yeah.
but time.
But with where you guys live too, it's like you
have
don't need
access
to
to
go
it all the time,
camp
so-
to
I
be
know.
able to dirt bike or things like that.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
And not only that, like even like when it's camping season, right? Like we're still busy. We're
Yeah.
still busy on the farm. I mean, yeah, you can get away and do stuff once in a while, but it's still
It's
just busy.
24/7.
Yeah. You're
just busy all the
pretty much.
time.
Yeah, that's the
That means a
benefit of living out here.
It
I mean,
is.
I used to live in Boise, and even just to go ride my dirt bike, I'd have to drive like
you have
40
to
minutes.
load it up and do all that.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pain, and I
yeah.
moved out here, and I was
Yeah.
like,
No,
we
you
can literally just go.
drive up the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally get on it from your driveway.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Go up the road.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You're on the A hill, you're at the Butte, you're anywhere.
It's
you know?
so
At the Sand
nice.
track down here, like
Yeah.
anywhere.
yeah. We love it.
Sand track was stomping grounds for a long
Oh, I
time.
know. I know. But, dude, I haven't been down. I need to tune that thing back up.
Yeah, you do. You really do. Because
We went
I want to
down
go back
there
over there too.
because he raced in a Washougal. Is that where we went?
What, Washougal?
No, when you were
So, like,
practicing.
oh, yeah.
And we were practicing, and he's like, "Grrr," and I'm like, yeah, that looks a little rough,
Dude,
man.
I love that sand track.
Soundtrack is so
so
much
fun.
fun.
So
dude.
fun.
Especially after you've just freshly groomed it
Oh,
with the
freshly
blade.
groomed.
Oh, those first few laps are a dream.
I'm such like a wuss. Like I'll ride it if I
Yeah.
go and groom it and
Uh-huh.
there's no track, and that way I can make 2 ruts that I'll follow the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ride. Like when Wes and the goons go out there,
Yeah.
right? Like and they just
and
tear it
it's
up.
rough.
And it's so soft because it's this deep of just
Yeah.
powder sand. I'm like, no, I'm not riding
Nope.
today. I'll go
Yeah.
get the blade, tractor,
Let me go
smooth it back
fix it
up.
first.
know.
Yeah, and wait for the goons to leave. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll put in my 4 laps, you know, take
Then
me
go
20
home.
Yeah, him
minutes
and I
then-
went out, and there was brush everywhere and everything. I took 1 lap, and then he rutted it out pretty good, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ruts get pretty deep. They get pretty nasty. Like,
I'm pretty wussy.
It's
I
a-
want a nice, clean
it's a
track to ride
grueling
on.
sand track.
Yeah.
I love it though. It's so much fun. Like we even Wes and I spent like 2-3 hours one day just building a lip of that really
Oh, yeah, the
big,
big one?
big
Yeah.
one. We sent it off to some like freestyle rider, and he's like, "Dude, that is so sick." We were so proud of that.
Dude, when you guys
So
put that
fun.
in, like, oh, it looks so big coming up to it. You're rolling up, you're like,
Dude, like
Oh,
the
wow.
very first day that we got it in, like I think you were there when we first like started hitting it. It
Yeah.
was just huge. It
Yeah.
was send it over the top of the
Yeah.
mountain there. It was like,
well, it felt big because of that, you know, that
goodness.
gradual step up. So it
Yeah.
and it felt so big, even though realistically it's
dude, it was
you
still
know.
probably like 90 to 100
Yeah,
feet. Like,
that's true.
'cause
True. It really is.
You came up to the lip was probably like 12 feet tall itself.
yeah.
And then you had another 10 feet to
Yeah,
the top
10,
of
12,
the hill.
yeah.
And then you had another
Probably 30 to 40,
30 to 40
going
to the
over.
landing
Yeah,
at least.
yeah.
So, I mean, like you were up there. And it was
Yeah.
straight up and down.
It felt good.
dude.
It, for the 350, for my 350,
Yeah.
it was 3rd gear, basically
Oh,
pinned.
yeah, it's
you know?
fast. Yeah,
So
it was a
just like,
fast track. You still
yeah.
have a bike?
I don't. I actually sold it. I sold it
Dude.
to my buddy.
You freaking wiener.
Listen.
Why?
I had in 3 years 8.2 hours or something like that on
All
it.
right,
Is all.
that's not enough.
all that was on the
That's
tack, and
not
I'm like,
enough.
oh,
He's working, and he's a dad.
I know.
He's saying why until he's a dad to have
Yeah,
however many
I
kids,
know,
and
I
then he's
know.
like, I just don't have time to ride it.
I'd just
not-
like to
plus,
give
dude,
him
My
I'm getting
kids have
old.
bikes, but I don't have
I'm
bikes.
getting old. Like really, for me anymore, 4 wheels. I thought I'd
The
never
Razor's
say
a
that.
beautiful thing.
4 wheels
Yeah.
is so much nicer for me than 2. But every once in a while, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta get a bike. I gotta
Yeah.
get another bike.
Dude,
like
I
I
know.
just
It's
love
just
it.
nice to have one, just
She
for that
convinced
rare
me to get one.
occasion. You have
So
the
we
time
have,
to
we
do
have some
it.
small. We got some 110s, 125s, that kind of stuff.
That's
you
a
know?
fun,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it is
stuff.
fun because my kid, you know, Brody, my oldest, rides his
Yeah.
110. I'll get on the 125. My youngest will ride the 50s around. Right, we dink around in the grass, and
Yeah.
it's such a blast. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? When my kids get older, teenagers,
get
you know what?
some-
They're gonna get bigger bikes. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know what? Maybe then I'll get another.
Then
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
get back into it.
But for
Yeah, that's
now,
fair.
4 wheels,
The Honda
zip
Talon,
off the
yeah.
cab,
Wow.
turn the heater on, and you're like, okay, it's 25 outside, but I got the heater on. I'm okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We can do this. Yeah.
It's certain amenities
Yeah.
now as you get older, like stepping stones. Like I have
Power
to have
steering,
power
you
steering.
know?
I need a heated cab.
Yep.
Full thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
gotta have a glass window, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well,
yeah.
we'll like side by side, and we're like, maybe we should get a side by side too. And I'm like,
It's
we haven't hit that
such a
age
blast.
yet.
It's
they're
such
fun.
a blast.
You know, I had
well,
that
I mean, you
X3
know,
for-
yeah, you had the X3.
Yeah.
I had the X3 for a while. That thing was
Yeah.
insane.
You know, I think anyone you get nowadays, right, you're gonna have a
They're
good
all-
time, right?
Oh, yeah.
They'll
No
put a
matter
smile
what
on
you
your
do,
face,
right?
yeah.
And that's the
100%.
thing. Like, I still to this day, I'm like, man, I need an X3, you know, turbo,
Yeah.
200 plus horse.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why? I got 4 kids in there. My wife, we're not going 90, like
Yeah.
60 out through the desert, sure. Like, but it's those times I'm by myself and I'm just hammered, and I'm like, this ain't fast enough. I need a
Yeah.
2-seater.
Yeah.
I need 200
I know.
horse.
You just
know?
need the one that sits off to the side for a little bit. That's for Randy time. That he gets to go
Yeah,
cruise around on the
yeah.
farm with.
As long
Yeah.
as you'll fund me that, you know,
Yeah,
I'll be
I'm
all
working
right.
I
on
was
Yeah,
gonna say
I'm working
something
on
you
it.
look at, sometimes ride, but always pay on.
I didn't hit the $2 billion Powerball, so I
Yeah,
can't buy everybody in this
I
town
didn't
razors
either.
yet.
I didn't
It's
either.
rough.
You know, and that's how the KTM was. Like,
Yeah.
I'd ride it, you know, twice, and I'd be like, oh, it's so nice. You know, I'd sit in the garage, and I'd
Shiny.
wash it. Yeah, every
Yeah.
ride, wash it
Yeah.
off, change the filter, and I'm like, I gotta get rid of it.
I hate this.
Somebody else needs to enjoy it. So my buddy from Washington bought it, and yeah,
Okay.
he's up to like 18 or 19 hours
Okay.
in
Oh,
2
so
years.
he's-
So yeah,
so
he's doubled.
he's
You know, he's done
doubled
really
your
good.
production.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's done good. Yeah, I actually saw it last weekend. I went up to his place and got a trailer from him, and
Uh-huh.
he was sitting there, and I said, "Dude, it looks good." He's like, "Yeah, still looks good."
That's funny. How many like brothers and sisters do you have, like on your side of the family?
So I have 6 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay.
So 2 sets of twins. My oldest brother and sister are
Dang.
twins. Then my sister, then me, then a sister, then 2 twin sisters, and then a younger sister.
My
So there was
goodness.
8 of us in the house.
That's
so
a lot.
my dad, I'm pretty sure he's
crazy.
He's
Good
crazy.
thing, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
crazy because of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
him and my mom, they definitely exercise a lot of patience. You know?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So there's a lot of us. You know. So
Mhm. Yeah, that's just on like your side.
that's just
yeah.
my- yeah,
And
that's
like the
just me.
Wagstaff side, there's like 100 of them.
yeah,
the Hanson
yeah,
side,
with
there's
with
100.
the Wagstaff and Hansons, there's
Yeah.
a bunch of us. You know?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
but so for me, it's just me farming. You know,
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
farm side. You know, I'm the only one, and with the Hansons, you got Troy and Corey.
Yeah.
they stuck
Yeah.
around, and Tyler Wagstaff. You know, he's with
Yeah.
his dad. So
sure.
yeah, so it makes it nice. I mean, there, like I say, there's enough of us to do all the work. And,
Yeah.
and sometimes we get that fun. You
Yeah.
know,
And not-
not
And not
it's
so
not work
many.
all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you know,
yeah.
it's not.
so many voices that it like.
Well, it
too
can
much
be.
at times,
It can,
so,
you know,
yeah.
it can be. There's like
Yeah.
everybody saying what to do, and it's like, okay, we got to
Hold on,
stop.
guys.
Yeah, we got to figure out. We got to figure this out. We got to
That's
figure out
funny.
who's, you know, what we're doing, and
Yeah.
so yeah. But that's with anything, right? That's with
Yeah.
having a team. Like,
Oh yeah.
Sure.
gotta figure that out.
So do you actually like own some of the land yourself, or are you just like kind of like almost an employee of the farm? Like how does that work
So
for you?
technically, I'm a co-owner of the
Okay.
farm.
Okay.
I don't own, you know, per se. Like, yeah, there's like Randy
no.
Bowns. No.
Yeah, yeah.
this is my
WBH. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like my dad, he
Sure.
owns his own, you know, my dad owns some stuff. My
percentage,
uncles
yeah.
do, you know,
Okay.
Robin Brandt and Charles, they
Yeah.
own their own. And I, you know, they did that as they were, you know, getting
Yeah.
older and,
Yeah.
and as they were developing the farm, you know, they went out and bought those things and
branched off some
yeah,
stuff.
and you know, that piece of ground that, you know, I want to buy, it's non-existent right now in this area,
Yeah.
you know, and if it comes up, well, yeah, then maybe you look for something
Gotcha.
like that.
For
Okay,
sure.
that makes sense.
But as of now, nope, just with WBH.
Just chilling and killing it.
Just trying to work.
Living that tractor life.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get a lot of water so you guys can come down to the store 5 times a
I
day
know,
next year.
right? Like, because
that's my dream.
if that water's gone, we're, you know,
I know.
we're bringing,
That's once or twice a day.
we're bringing bottled water
Like,
from home.
It kills my dream, man.
I know.
Come on.
I know. Yeah. Nobody.
that'd be rough.
Nobody wants to buy Costco flats of pop. You know?
No, they
Come
don't.
down here for the social aspect
Yeah.
too. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta see
And
what's
for
going
the
on.
cold soda,
Yeah.
fresh,
Nice, fresh,
social,
cold, all
yeah.
the time.
So,
Yeah.
rain gods, we need some water.
We need a lot.
please.
Snow.
Yeah, lots of snow,
Yeah.
lots of pack.
Well, it's good. We've got snow already this
Sure,
year. Like,
sure.
Don't
that's-
jinx it though.
That's a good start.
yeah.
Anyway.
Well, that snow we
Knock
got
on
the
wood.
other day,
Yeah.
it was, I mean, it was so wet. We had to quit working ground. Just
Yeah.
Really?
couldn't get traction. Just slimy and nasty and.
I guess that's a
Quit.
bonus, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So now we're waiting for it to freeze in the mornings
Yeah.
and go do it in the mornings while it's frozen, you know.
Fair enough. Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
Do you have anything else you want to share, Randy? Add? Like, got anything cool that you're working on that you want to share?
Oh man, we're just working in
In
the
life,
shop,
in the
you
farm,
know.
whatever.
Life, I mean, life's good. You know, I got my wife and kids,
Cool.
and we're just
Beautiful.
trying to,
I
you know,
like
do
it.
good.
You have boys and girls, right?
Yep, 2 boys, 2 girls. It went
oh, that's
boy, girl,
awesome.
boy, girl. So it
Oh,
worked
there
out
you
really
go.
good. Yeah,
That's easy.
Yeah, and they're all
Yeah.
about, like, say, about 2.5 to 3 years apart.
That's like
so
the
they're just kinda
perfect age
spaced out.
difference, I feel like.
Yeah, they're getting, like I say, they're getting old enough now. They're all getting old enough where they're all kind of friends, you know. So it
Yeah.
makes it easier when we do stuff. But yeah, we're just trying to work and live
Okay.
and
Yeah.
trying to, you know, trying to make Adrian and, you know, our little community
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
And,
for
and
sure.
I don't know, you know, what's some of you guys are trying to do right now?
I mean, I don't know if you've heard, but we're trying to put in a second grocery store in Adrian.
That would be cool.
That's my big goal anyway at the moment. Obviously with this podcast too, we've been trying to spread the word through that.
Sure.
But yeah,
So how would that work? I mean, how do you do that so you don't?
so I don't take too much away from this place.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you own both, right, you're not really taking.
I'm
but
kind
at
of spreading
but you
the
are.
wealth, so
You
to
are, but
speak.
aren't.
So, with the store in Adrian, it's just going to be a grocery store. Like, it's going to be a full market, like a deli, like produce, like just a grocery store, no gas or anything, because I want to
Okay.
keep all the gas and stuff down here. And we'd turn this store into more of our sporting goods store, our restaurant, our destination kind of spot.
Okay.
Like, come get your fishing supplies, get your camping gear, eat a burger, drink a beer with the beer bar that we're trying to put in. And then at the other store, that's where you
That's
do your
your
grocery
grocery
shopping.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
we'll still have
Yeah.
like your little cans of chili and stuff here, but
Yeah.
like you go there for your 12 different kinds of soups and your 8
Gotcha.
different kinds of chili and
So this
Yeah.
spot is more Cabela's. That will be
Yeah,
grocery store.
yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
You know.
yeah, for the most
Gotcha.
part, because then you still capture that audience that comes through, like the Parma, Roswell, Boise, like Homedale
Sure.
side that goes to the lake that turns on Overstreet
Sure.
and never comes here.
Yeah.
Because we talked to a guy at we went to NACS, it's a National Convenience Convention in Las
Uh-huh.
Vegas, and we talked to a guy there who's from Oklahoma, and he's like, Lake Owyhee River. I was like, I was just there like 2 weeks ago, and,
Uh-huh.
and we're like, oh, that's so cool. Like, did you go by our store? And he's like, there's a store out there. And I was like, oh, you turned
1
on
mile.
Overstreet,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
one more mile, and you
dude,
would have
yeah.
you would have drove by. And he's just like, oh, dude, I no way. So
Yeah.
so like just people miss us.
Yeah.
So if we had another store there, it would capture that crowd before they go
Yeah.
up, and we still have a crowd coming from Nissa, Ontario, you know, all
Sure.
those other places. So
Sure.
I feel like, you know, I'd take some of the revenue from my grocery, which is, you know, a okay amount, not
Uh-huh.
enough, and then move it to that store and still be having a successful store there.
Because
So,
like when the Merc was there and stuff, the Merc got all those people coming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I've said for years. Like Adrian needs that. Adrian
They
needs they need a
100%
grocery
need it.
store. Not only that, not just for the people there to go
Yeah.
grocery shopping, right? Because if you live there, you don't have to drive to town. You
No.
go
Yeah.
right there, get all your stuff.
Exactly.
Exactly.
'Cause, I mean,
Super
like, you guys
nice.
got to go to Nissa, Ontario, or
Yeah.
Homedale,
Yeah.
Albertsons, or
Yeah.
Winco,
Caldwell,
and Napa.
normal-
yeah.
normally-
It'd be
we
nice
normally
just
go
to
Idaho,
have like a
Yeah.
local grocery store.
If if it was right there, that's so convenient for everybody. And not only
It
that,
is.
like it just to me, I feel like it would just make the town better.
What it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just makes it look more
Kind of
appealing.
pulls it together.
Yeah, and not like you say, we want to keep people
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
but
for
at the
sure.
same time, you want them to come in and
Well, what that does is when you put something like that in place, it provides jobs, and then what those jobs provide is a little higher income for
Sure.
your community, and what that higher income creates is like a little better circulation of the
Sure.
population
Sure.
of who comes in, rather
Yeah.
than your drug dealers, your bottom of the line, because there's no like structure in
Yeah.
a town that doesn't have those things in place.
Yeah.
So
yeah, a grocery store would be awesome there because with the grocery store, right? There's other things that can go there too.
Yeah.
I mean, because we have a hardware store.
yeah,
You got the Mirage there. That kind of
coffee
stuff.
shop, you got a
yeah, you
restaurant,
have the little coffee
you got
shop
George's,
there. Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, so you put a grocery store, right? I
all
mean,
all those things immediately start doing better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, just like you say, curb appeal, drive through Adrian.
Curb
It's
appeal.
so true.
So where would you try to put it?
So on that old burnt down onion shed, the school actually owns that ground.
Okay.
It was donated to them. I don't know, back a few years ago, and 2018, Adrian 2040 came in and started like trying to do the beautification of Adrian, and one of the big things was a grocery store, and the school said they would donate that ground if somebody local wanted to put a store on it, and
Oh, okay.
so they approached us back in 2018 to do it, and we're
Yeah.
like, yeah, that sounds great, but
Yeah.
Never
we
happened.
don't have $500,000 to build a store at the moment, or
Yeah.
more. But and then it kind of came back into circulation of, oh, well, maybe we can make this happen. So I went to another meeting and here a few weeks ago, and they're like, oh, well, we'll try and find grants.
Yeah,
like
so
maybe
what-
we can work with the sewage lines, like get the city permits going. So we have a school board meeting in December, I believe, that we're gonna get on to kind of pitch like, hey, will you still donate the ground to us if
Okay.
you can, or like lease it to us
Try and figure
to
something
kind of figure that out. I'll show you the rendering after we're done here because it's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So what kind of issues have you run into with I mean,
It's like fresh,
You're
still
just fresh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you're
some of
just
the
starting.
issues that we're gonna run into that I know we're gonna run into right offhand is the water and sewage part of it, because Adrian is pretty much tapped with what they
With
can do on the certain side of the road. So like on that side of the road,
Uh-huh.
they're pretty tapped with what they can do like sewage and water wise. So there's a very small line of sewage and water that goes right through there to that water treatment plant that's
Uh-huh.
there now, that they said they think that I could tap into. So if we can tap into that, we'll be okay.
because if not, that's a well, right?
If not,
you're
it's
pouring well.
I have to
or
do
drilling a well.
Yeah, we have to do wells. We're gonna have to do
The septic, the whole nine.
septic.
I mean,
We're gonna have to do
Yeah.
barriers
Yeah.
aund all that. So
that's just more cost, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
more
huge
stuff
cost.
to take everything away.
And shoot, like we put this concrete pad in out here. We have to do a whole new one out there. I know this one cost $100,000 just to do, and that one's gonna be twice
It'll be
as
more.
big.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and it'll be more too because cost is going up every
Oh,
single
yeah.
day, right? Like that's just what you're
Stupid.
planning on.
So
what kind of grants have you found? Have you found anything yet?
I haven't found anything yet. I've got a couple grants here for this place. We actually just got awarded the Scott Fairley grant for $25,000 here, and the Small Biz Oregon gave us $75,000.
Oh, cool.
And we're working on building like a beer barn, is what we're calling it out there, to kind of add on to the restaurant side of things and finish up our murals, finish up our bathrooms. Like that was going to pay for all that stuff.
Will that be an actual enclosed structure?
Yes, it will be. So we have like a shed off of. So where kind of where that old fountain is out there on the side of the store.
Yeah.
So right there's an old shed. My mom's kind of using it for wedding stuff at the moment, but we're gonna go ahead and turn that into its own like little like bar type settings, if you will, and then have outdoor seating. So we can start doing like little concerts and comedy nights and stuff.
Kind of include it into the restaurant.
Do more events like we did,
like
with
a bar and grill,
parking lot party out there. So.
Yeah, I was bummed out because that is our that's go time for us. And it's like
I know.
we for the most part we all try to support
the
most local stuff we can, right? And like say, I've been coming to this store. I'm 36 years old, right?
Yeah.
I've been coming here since I probably 1 year old, 2 years old.
Oh yeah,
Awesome,
100%.
I've been coming here since when your grandpa had it.
Yeah.
Like we're going down to Don's, right? Like and Jimmy had
Jimmy's.
it, right? Yeah. So now it's like hard for me. Like, hey, we gotta go to Jimmy's. Tyler's. We gotta go down to Tyler's.
They're like the
Jimmy's-
same person.
Okay, but Jimmy's sounds so much better. I'll concede right now. Saying
really
Jimmy's
does.
sounds so much better. So like I get it.
We're going
It's
to
cool.
Jimmy's. We're
Still
going
call
to
it Jimmy's.
When
Tyler's.
my
Yeah.
3-year-old calls and she goes, Dad, can you bring me home sour candies from Jimmy's? It's like, and she's 3. She knows. Like, she knows we
It's
go
Jimmy's. Yeah.
to get sour candies at Jimmy's, right? Like, you
That's
just know that,
awesome.
right?
That's awesome.
And every time we leave the house, if we're, hey, come with me, we got to go to the shop, we got to do something. We go Jimmy's? Of course we can go Jimmy's. What do you guys want? Well, I don't know. Let's get a treat.
Yeah.
Can we have a candy and a pop? Don't tell Mom. Yeah, don't tell Mom, but yes, you can have both. Just if it'll keep you happy and you'll come help me do
I
some
know
work.
people will come in and they're like, "Hey, Jimmy," and it's him, and he's just like, "Hey, guys,"
Hey,
like whatever.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay.
Several people come in and say, "Hey, Jimmy,
Yeah.
it's cool as long as you spend
Yeah.
money. I don't
Yeah.
care what you call me."
Yeah. No, I mean, I love it, dude, because it's like
awesome.
you say, it you feel like family around here,
Yeah.
and it's cool. We all, our dads have been going here. We go here.
Yeah.
Our kids are going here, and I hope they can continue to like.
Exactly, 100%.
You know?
I want to keep building that legacy so that your kids eventually grow up to know my kid's name here in the
Sure.
store, who owns it at
Sure.
that point. And, if we
Yeah.
have another store there, if we have another store in
Yeah.
the local area, we put one in Ontario so you guys don't have to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
when you-
I know. We
when
gotta
you're
go
over
to
there.
co-op over there.
gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't like doing
Yeah,
that.
so if we can, if we can do stuff like that to
Yeah.
keep like our local customers happy and kind of brings more of that local feel back, like
Yeah.
that's 100% what we're trying to do
Well,
to help
and
the community.
it's just cool. Like over the years that this little spot has been here. It's grown. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, gangbusters.
So many things. But when you're 12 years old, you're out in a tractor and you're like, man, I am thirsty. I gotta go by the store
Yeah.
to go to the next field. It's just
Convenient.
convenient
Yeah.
and just that freedom you feel like.
Yeah.
You jump out, you get what you need to go, and you get on your way.
Yeah.
And it's
the
just
best.
Yeah. And I couldn't see that living in town, right?
You
Like,
don't get
No,
that
not
anywhere.
at all.
you're not seeing a 12-year-old driving a car or driving
No,
his
you
four-wheeler
are
down to
not.
the store or a tractor for that matter.
Yeah, there's so many kids that come down here on the
they're
four-wheelers.
missing out.
They are.
They're
Yeah.
really missing out. Like it's so, I don't know, just so freeing being able to just
I
like.
love
like-
it.
I like hearing
'Cause
that
like I said, I'm
perspective.
from Boise, and living out here, every time I'm like, I will never go back. Like I love
it's crazy.
living out here.
It is. I mean,
love
it really is. Like
It's the
this
best.
is like. I don't ever want to move anywhere else.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
care if if I was super rich, super poor,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I want to be here.
Here,
Like,
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
this place.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
how
like
we
that.
feel too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of starting to hate Oregon's politics a little bit.
Sure.
but,
that comes with everything, right?
It is what it is.
It is.
So, but
It's it
fine.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
But that's the thing. Like if you have everybody that wants to be here and wants to make it better, right? Why
It'll be
can't
just
we?
fine.
Like
Yeah.
why? What's stopping us from making this better?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's
You know?
stopping us from getting that grocery store there?
Yeah.
Or just
100%.
beautifying whatever we can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Like let's make it look
if
good.
you want nice things, build it.
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of why we started this podcast, was to hear stuff like that, of the support and then some problems of like, okay, this is what we actually need to do to make
Yeah.
what we want better, like because that's
Yeah.
what we want to do ultimately, is provide a better family or better life for our families
Sure.
for the future and
Sure.
stuff. So.
Yeah.
Because
great.
I feel like here we can go and do things every day and not feel stressed out or not feel worried about if there's something bad or hanging around the
Yeah.
corner or whatever. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a good area. And
It
you
is.
go
It's
somewhere
great.
else, you go in town or
You kind of got to
You
watch
know,
your back sometimes.
you do,
a little
and
bit
you're
if
like,
you
man, I
feel
don't even want to
scared.
go over there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to go over there. I don't
Traffic
wanna.
gives you anxiety.
It
Yeah.
does.
It's-
Like, man, I don't.
yeah, it's It's rough.
I'd rather stay out here. So yeah, if there was some more local stuff.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So we got a school board meeting in December, so I'll let you know. That way we can
Cool.
kind of rally as much support as we can around it. But yeah,
That's
It's
really
coming.
cool.
it's coming.
That's awesome.
It'll
Yeah.
be here. I promise.
Good. Good
I
deal.
promise. So yeah, that'd be fun. But that's the biggest thing that we're working on right now. Really, the podcast
Yeah.
and that. So
So you got
Busy.
any more questions for me? Anything else you
I
guys need to
think
know about farming?
I think that is.
I mean, I pretty much
shoot.
know everything there is to know about
Yeah,
farming.
I bet.
You're famous.
Yeah.
You can
You're like,
find,
so I'm basically gonna write
Yeah.
a book on
Yeah.
farming.
you can
so-
find Randy's YouTube video on
Oh,
YouTube.
my
Is it under
goodness.
like Eagle Eye Produce or
Eagle
something
Eye
like
Produce,
that?
yeah.
And
It's
Featured
embarrassing.
farmer?
Featured
It's
farmer.
embarrassing. Yeah,
Randy
don't,
Bowns.
Don't watch it. It's really embarrassing.
We'll
Yeah.
link it.
Yeah, we'll put a link in our bio to go watch
Oh my goodness. Let's not do
it.
that.
Eagle Eye, do you want to sponsor this episode just because?
You should reach out to
I'll
Austin.
reach out to Austin.
You know,
yeah.
Joe, he might hook you guys up with a check in there.
I
you
like
know,
that.
you never
I
know.
like that.
You know, that's the crazy part. Like, I don't know. 20 years ago, when all these shows were popping
Yeah.
up on Discovery, like American Chopper. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, man, like if there was like American Farmer, I guarantee you we'd be rated high.
A
you know?
farmer
yeah.
reality
I don't
TV
think-
show.
I don't think we'd ever be allowed to go back to church because
No,
of the
probably
things we'd
not.
say about each other, or just like seeing
things
our
you-
tempers.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you'd have that little person interview and just be like, yeah, that guy beep, just be beeping the whole time and be like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Kind of like Gold Rush,
Yeah,
but
when
it'd
you-
be like Farmer
But
Rush.
farmers,
yeah,
yeah, Farmer
yeah,
Rush,
with
yeah.
farmers.
Maybe we
Yep.
should start
I would
a
watch
farmer
that.
reality
You know,
TV
I
show.
totally
So
would
I
watch
said, I
it.
said, man, we should have done that a long time ago.
Oh, dude, and you
We could
still
start a
can.
YouTube channel,
You still can.
you know?
'cause
It
that's-
needs to be.
You still can make
It
You
it.
guys
needs to
totally
be.
can. Just the stupid shit you guys do, and just
Okay.
the fun you have.
There's a lot
like
of.
that.
The problem is we'd have to edit a lot of that stuff out. OSHA, we can't.
Oh,
can't be
yeah.
doing dumb stuff.
OSHA.
No,
don't
we
watch.
keep it straight, 100%.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
We keep it real. Yep.
Yep, we do.
We
it.
are straight
OSHA
and
certified
narrow.
all the way.
Yep.
They cross their T's and dot their I's.
We do.
folks.
We let her. Yep, right to a T. Yep.
I love it.
Everything.
Well, cool. Thanks, Randy, for being on this episode.
Yeah, thanks,
I
guys.
absolutely appreciate it. It's been
Awesome.
awesome,
Yeah,
fun conversation.
Hopefully, some people will. I don't know if we taught
You'll
them
get
anything about
more
farming,
famous
But,
now.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I was waiting
Um,
for that.
If we link that video, I think it can.
Oh, man.
That'll probably be
Be
our
a
most.
good
That'll
one.
probably be our most viewed episode.
Yeah, I
It's
think so
probably
too.
Probably be the most laughed at episode. That's
Yeah,
probably
that's
for
okay.
sure.
It
Yeah.
cannot get worse than my first episode.
Oh man.
So.
Well, you haven't seen that video.
I'll show you the video. It's pretty good.
It's pretty bad.
Love it. Cool. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
No
No
Okay,
problem.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Keep it local.
All right. As always, folks. All right. Signing out. Bye.
That's fine.